Hello, our beautiful souls. You've reached Joanne and Elizabeth. Would World's Cup of Joe awaken your soul? Today's video is so epic. It is balancing 3D and 5D union. So listen in, get so freaking deep, my loves. I'm warning you guys. A lot of you that comment in our videos, there's so many manifesting just from listening to these shifts. Why is that? It's because we share with you balanced union energy. So if you're new to this channel, start receiving these truths in your twin flame connection. And if our free videos are making these huge shifts, imagine what our programs can do for you and your twin flame connection.
This journey is crazy, but my loves, it's also so freaking beautiful. And we love helping beautiful souls shift in their journey. And if you don't know where to start, or you don't know where to look for just starting to feel better because this journey is hard, or if your person's not reaching out, let's say your person has you blocked or your person's running from you. If you're not in communication, I would say start with our 30-day Twin Flame Detox program. That program, my loves, the 30-day Twin Flame Detox program is life-changing. It is life-changing. It will literally hold you, your hand, step by step, in getting into this place of soul and releasing the addictive energy. So many beautiful souls work the detox and their person comes in even way before they finish 30-day detox. So if you are lost and you are not in communication, that is where I would definitely start. If you are in communication and you're balancing your person, but there is this push and pull happening, or they come in and they come out and you're looping, or they come in and you just don't know what to do, I would say definitely do our ultimate balancing program, where you can balance each connection from the first text, the first date, the first intimate experience, all the way to correlating experience, where me and Elizabeth are both at. So welcome to all of you beautiful souls who's found us. This is your home for balanced energy, my dear. And we will continue to guide you in this cray-cray, beautiful journey.
Go ahead and get us started. The question is, how does it feel being in union in 3D and 5D with your twin? What are the differences between being in these two dimensions? How to balance the 3D and the 5D while you are involved in a karmic or in a marriage situation. So when it comes to being in union in the 3D, when you are together physically, I know the mind wants to understand what this is and what it looks like, but honestly, loves, when you're in union with your soul, your person's there and they're not separate from you and they're there. It's just peace. So when there was that separation state where I saw them separate, there was a lot of desire, emotions, and I saw them in a way that I think we wanted to interact with them as a soulmate, right? And then they ran, and now you have to balance them permanently in the state of peace. So when you are in union, you stay in the state of peace, oneness, and you are in this place of pure being, where there is no separation between the both of you. So when you say 3D and 5D, I feel like we've always been together, whether he's here with me or whether he's separate from me. And the 5D connection is that inner knowing. You all know what it feels like. And when your person's with you in 3D, it's 10 times more magnified. So now you are receiving the downloads from soul of how this person is you, and they're right there next to you. And so everything just becomes 10 times more explosive, I would say. Being together, speaking together, being in oneness. No matter what the doing is, the being is a form of merging within yourself because it doesn't feel like they're separate from you. So when you're interacting, it's almost like no one else matters, or at least no one around you guys really make a difference between that one shared soul. And there is that eternal peace that everything else just melts out of you. You could be anywhere in the world, and all that is this moment here, the stillness here. And there is only one. So the biggest differences between each 3D and 5D is whatever's happening in the 3D is just what's happening. The 5D will always know the oneness that it is, and it feels that oneness whether they're there with you or not. And the 3D reflects the 5D because your person is there too. And when they are there, you're still embodying that 5D soul connection from within. And that's why they are there. And when they're there, they stay in your space the more you harness that 5D oneness. And so even though to other people it looks like, oh, there's a couple right there, that's not what's happening. What's happening is you're with yourself. You're being with yourself because you're aligned with yourself. And your person is there as well. There's nothing else in the physical that can ever describe the oneness of your one shared soul. And so that's why when you are together, everything is so much more electrified. And that's why so many twins have so much addictive energy that just ignites within them that they can't even handle just seeing their car pass by. They can't even handle having a dream about their person or running into their person or getting a text with their person because they're seeing so much of that elevated state with this one person. But they are you. And what you're balancing is you. So what you're looking at between the 5D and the 3D is the inner knowing that knows we're one, and the 3D that can allow that 5D to be one. So how do you balance the 3D and the 5D? If there's any karmic or marriage situation happening, it's not any different than anyone else that has no one. Because you still have to balance your one shared soul through your alignment. Soul doesn't care that your person has a karmic, or you're with a karmic, or you're with a soulmate, or you're with a person. No one ever can truly impact this connection because it's energetic. So it doesn't matter what the 3D looks like. It's all energetic. Where is your alignment? Where is your alignment with soul? Doesn't matter what situation you have going on. It doesn't matter what situation your person has going on. It is based on you and your energy. And you all can understand this because when you're aligned with soul and you embody soul, your person comes no matter what situation they have going on. They come and they want to be in your space, and they want to continue to be in your space, and nothing else ever makes sense other than being next to you, regardless of what's happening in the 3D between the both of you. As soon as you get back into mind, the 3D situation, karmic, whatever marriage or your marriage, that comes the primary focus of your person when your prime focus is your mind. The more and more you balance your alignment with soul, no matter what's on, the more and more your person will come in. And when I say it doesn't matter if you're with someone or not with someone, you are as magnetic as you are to your person, no matter what situation you have going on, because it isn't your physical or mind that's drawing them in. So your alignment with soul is all that brings them in. Your shift to soul is what magnetizes them in. Your release to the physical aspect of your person, that detached energy, that surrendered state, that is what continuously brings them in, because you are your person, love. So whatever you got going on has nothing and can't touch the one shared soul that you are. And so that's how you balance the 5D and 3D. Stop looking at the 3D and start aligning with the 5D. That's what you balance in all situations, is how do I shift deeper into the 5D energy of soul for me? I don't care what's happening in the 3D. I will continue to align with the 5D and gauge my energy to be in my oneness. And if a marriage or a karmic or whatever is in front of me, marriage or soulmate situation resonates, then by all means, entertain what is resonating for you. And while you're still aligned with soul, your person will still keep coming in no matter what. It is based on your alignment. It's based on your energy. Your way to balance is not any different than someone who's single, because the person who's single and you still have to align with soul. Soul doesn't care what situation you have going on. Soul doesn't care who you're interacting with. What I would share is if you are with a soulmate as a way to pacify your way of settling and you're not able to balance your energy, then that can essentially be pushed. So just make sure that when you're choosing to be with a soulmate or someone else for you, and it's not just to settle or try to pass the time until your twin flame comes back, because that's still push. We have a beautiful soul that we work with, and we can tell that they really want to be with their twin flame, and their soulmate is just not what resonates. And that's what I meant by resonating. If it does not resonate, then don't be afraid to choose you. Don't be afraid to just be you. And your person will be drawn in even more when you're choosing you. And if a soulmate does resonate, it's okay to choose a soulmate. And even when you're aligning with soul, your person will still continue to keep coming in. What do you think, Glev?
Yeah, I think truly, when you sort of have shifted into the energy of fully balanced, when you are totally in this place where you're not only interacting with your person, but you're interacting from a place where your only focus is on you, your dynamic becomes one of peace with your person. It is very, very peaceful. It is unlike any other connection that you probably have with anybody else, because you really learn to interact with them from this place of, I'm not going to judge anything they say. And when you get into that mind frame, right, when you really, really have trained the mind to quiet down in this interaction, it's like you're in the 5D with them all the time. And the only time you step back into the 3D with them is really when you're in mind. And you quickly watch it and you quickly pull yourself out of it while you're with them. So they are such a huge incentive, right? They are not the reason, but they are such a huge incentive for us to stay aligned. That's why our soul chose this path of awakening and of ascension, because we can so quickly see how off or on our ascension and our progress is based on their energy interacting with us, right? Are they in our space? Are they pulling? And again, not the reason, just really an easy way to gauge ourselves. But the 3D and the 5D, it's almost like, so I'll tell you right now, when I was pre-separation in the 3D with my person, there was a lot of toxicity, and that was within myself, but it just overspilled into our dynamics, into our relating experience. And there wasn't peace at all. There was always worry. There was always mind. Mind always came between us. And now in our relating, the difference is there's always the norm is peace, and the rarity is mind, where you would have flipped that before, right? In the pre-separation phase, the norm would have been the mind, and the rarity would have been small little glimpses of peace alongside him. So I really want you guys to feel this, because it's not a love story the way the mind wants. It's not like that. Because the love stories that you are, or the mind is searching for, is one of the highs and lows of the romanticized fantasy. It is the fantasy the way the mind, and that's not what this is. This is calm. This is love. So I explained to Joanne this morning, I didn't really want to get up. I had about 45 minutes extra to sleep in, and my person wasn't feeling good, and he stayed a little bit longer in bed before he got up for work. And I went close to him, and I sort of started meditating next to him, and I fell asleep. And I woke up, and I was in such this place of peace. And it was like, when you're next to your person, you can close your eyes. And this is in this relating experience, you can close your eyes, and the 3D, almost like the 3D illusion of life, that your reality that you see when your eyes are open, sort of just dissolves. And when I'm next to my person and I'm in that oneness and I'm in the 5D with him, the 3D is gone. Our time-space reality is gone. And all I feel is peace, and all I feel is oneness. And I can close my eyes and I can just be in that, and all of the illusion just melts away. And that's the best way I could say it. And I didn't have those experiences ever when I was in mind with him. So when we say that it's so much better than the romanticized story the mind is searching for, is seeking out, is wanting, there are no I love yous that can ever like replace the feeling of oneness that you get from the inner that you experience. So there's no external I love you, I need you, you're so beautiful. There's nothing from the external your person can give you that can overtake this, like this just soul love, this unconditional love you experience when you're at peace. And the peace is from within. It is you. It's not because my person is next to me. It is just because I'm in this place and he is beside me, and our souls are one shared soul, right? Our soul's energy is merging into this place where the 3D fades away and we can be in this 5D energy together. And there are no words. There is nothing that you need. That's why I say when I close my eyes, everything fades away and it's just home. He is the perfect way to describe I am home when I'm next to him.
It totally explains why so many twins, when they find themselves, right, when they finally meet or activate the soul energy from the other, and we recognize, whoa, this is us, there's this place of I've been looking for you this whole time, right? Because we've interacted with soulmates, we know what conditional love is. It's like a part of us has been looking for this place where we finally belong and is seen for who we are, acknowledged for who we are, and accepted for who we are. And same goes for them. We love them unconditionally. So this is what that true love is. It isn't the romanticized fairy tale that is conditional. This is actually truly becoming, embodying, personifying love at its finest. It's the purest form of unconditional love. Wholeness, it is being. And this is what we teach you. So this question was like, how do you balance the 5D and the 3D? We're teaching you how to get into that energetic space of 5D union energy. That's what our detox does. That's what came to me while you're talking now, love. Why is the detox so powerful? Well, we walk you through step by step by step to embody this energetic space of soul, to be soul, to align with soul, and allow yourself to be soul that you are, which is what magnetizes your soul. And then the reason why we created the balancing program is because it allows you to stay in that 5D energetic space where your person can be in your space and balance your connection. So this is better than the mind can imagine, the romanticized level, right? This is you being the moon. This is you being all of the stars.
I said it's like being home. Think about it. When you're one with yourself, you are home. You're reunited with the full power of your soul in one, right? You are home. You are aligned to the energy of God, which is your person, right? The energy of your person, which is the energy of you. You are aligned to that. It is your energy you're feeling. That's why it feels so freaking pure. And you're aligned to what you were created as. In all creation, you are back home. I think that's why you can take this, why I say I can go anywhere. I can be in a tent for the rest of my life. If my person's next to me, I will feel at home. And it's because you are. When you are in the 5D, you are at home when you're next to your person. And it's not to say that if you aren't with your person in the physical, that you aren't home either, because I can experience that same sense of wholeness, that same sense of oneness, that same sense of home, just being by myself when I'm aligned with soul. That's what I really want you guys to feel. I really want you guys to know that you don't need your person to feel that way. But that is essentially how you feel when you are in the 5D, but you can feel that way when you're aligned with soul. Whether your person's there or not, you will still feel home because you are in the essence of your natural state of being.
It's unity consciousness, love. When you're explaining what you're saying with the oneness, you're reaching the state of 5D energy where it's unity consciousness, where nothing is separate from you. You're home to yourself. And that is that powerful merging of one soul in the physical. And you get to be still with it. That's what you're balancing. So many people manifest their twin flames, or so many people are looking for their twin flames. Let's start with that, right? There's two parts of every balancing situation. There's a part where you're just an addictive energy and you're pushing them and you're pushing them and you're pushing them away. And you figure out that this journey is about you. You finally align with soul and you start shifting from separation consciousness to unity consciousness. And now you're balancing certain aspects of your soul. But the mind's so addicted to your person, it tries to go back to your person in that separation consciousness state where it starts seeing them separate again, separate again, separate again, separate again. And then you have to keep going into this place of soul alignment, soul, where it's 5D, right? This is that oneness energy. And just talking to you guys, we can pretty much pinpoint, energetically speaking, where you are in your connection. We can feel it. We can hear it. Should I do this? What about this? What about what they're thinking? What about what they're doing? And Elizabeth was like, how is that? Right, love? How do you shift out of not being in mind? When do you know how to, what was that thing that you said about Alan Watts, love? Where how do you change?
It was really a beautiful statement he made. He was talking about how fish are always searching for water, even though they're immersed in it, right? They are in it at all times, but they're still searching for it. Like it's not something that is fully surrounding them. And it made me think of us in separation consciousness with our twin. Like we're searching for our twin. But if you look around, we're the fish in water. We're immersed in it. They are us. Their energy is us. We are everything. It is literally immersed in us, right? We are immersed in it. We are immersed in the energy that is our twin flame at all times, like the fish in water that doesn't recognize the water around it and it's still searching. I don't want to be that fish, right? That's what we should be in. I don't want to be the fish that is searching for something that I'm immersed in. I want to understand that I am it. I am it at all times. So what do I do? So this morning when I told you I went and I laid close to my person, I literally stopped the thoughts next to him. I was next to him and I cleared my mind. I do that by literally trying to get into meditation form next to him. There are no thoughts. And the next thing I knew, I was asleep. This is the immersion. I don't need to think about anything that's going on. I just become one with all through stilling the mind. And that's what I do when I'm next to him. I really focus on stilling the mind, because all the mind does is chatter. All the mind does is create fears. All the mind does, is ruminate. All the mind does is past, future. When I'm with my person, I have trained myself to get out of that space, to get out of the mind. And our person is our best tool, because we're supposed to do this with everything. This is our life lesson. Yeah. How do we become this place of peace with everything that's around us in the external? Well, our person is that perfect example of how we know how to do it now, right? When you start balancing, you know how to do it. And we're to use that method and apply it to everything else, because there is no duality. We can't be in duality with our people anymore. We can't see good or bad. We just have to see isness with them. And we need to apply that to everything in our life so that we can reach the highest levels of consciousness in this lifetime through that place.
Mm-hmm. Man, this was so deep. I swear I've been like flying left and right all over, being oneness, like whoosh. I'm like, when you said that water, like we're searching for water when we are all over it, when we are literally immersed in it, is literally the journey. You are all your twin flames. Your twin flames is you. You are it. You are it now.
Wait, Joanne, though, on a higher level, because we are literally immersed in God.
Yeah.
all around us. And we've been trained and conditioned to think that God is separate from us, right? Like most of the major religions talk about God as a separate being. And we're learning through our awakening that we are God. We are every bit of the energy of God. I like Neville Goddard says that we are the creation of God. So we are not greater than God, but we are God at the same time. Just like our thoughts are our creation. So our thoughts can never be greater than us because we are the ones that created the thoughts. So we are constantly, everything around us is God. We are immersed in this energy of God. And so many of us are seeking it, right? We're seeking God. We're seeking this higher power. We're seeking this higher state of being. We are seeking. And it's here right now. Like I'm looking at the trees move. That's God. I'm looking at a car drive by. It's God. Granted, it's man-made, but who's man? Man is God. Like everything around us is God. We are God. We only need to seek within for everything that we have been searching for our entire lives. Because if we are God, then therefore, and God is everything, God is all, then therefore, by extension, we are all. We are all. That's unity consciousness, my loves. That feeling right there that we are all is unity consciousness. I hope you guys can feel it because my fingertips are tingling.
Yeah.
They are tingling so deep. So I hope you feel what I'm feeling.
I'm flying with all of you. And this is the immersion of 5D being in the 3D. This is that immersion of 5D being in the 3D. I'm in the 5D while I'm here in the 3D. And you are everything. You are everything. And you become everything. And you are so powerful that everything else is an illusion. Everything else just is. And everything else is just a story. And we are part of it all because we are it. And we're creating it all because we are the creator as soul. And I hope you can feel that stillness, these sharings of soul, where there is that stillness of peace, that eternal peace, that oneness that merges with everything from your person to every creation that we've ever been, where we get to merge ourselves into the one shared soul of us as God, being God, experiencing everything the way God intended. This is so deep, so deep. I'm so proud to be able to create these things with you. It's so amazing to be able to share these with you. And we are all very, very blessed. We are so blessed to be chosen. We are the chosen ones. We were chosen to experience life.
We just need to not forget. I think that's the biggest thing, is forgetting our power. Like, yes, we were awakened. See, when we were asleep, we didn't even know. We know now. Now our goal is don't forget. Don't forget. Remember who you are. Remember. And when the mind kicks in and makes you think you're mind again, makes you think you're the problems that you're facing, makes you think that you're these fears that you're experiencing, remember who you are. Remember that God is within you. Remember that you are a part of it. Joanne, you had this conversation with me earlier when my mind was kicking in. Remember who you are. It's really easy. And that's why I'm right here to be real and raw with you guys. We forget sometimes too. And fortunately, we are very blessed. We have each other to remind each other, because asleep people can't remind you this stuff. They can't. They don't know it themselves, so they can't remind it to you. But we're here to remind you. We're a channel that's here to remind you your soul.
Yeah. And that's what we get questions a lot of. Well, what do I do? What do I do to keep reminding myself to align with soul? What do I do so I don't keep pushing? What do I do? And it's this very channel right here, my love. This is the exact place that allows you to reach that unity consciousness, the alignment with soul, where we share with you these alignment, realignment, remembrance, and walking back home to yourself. This is your home. Your home is to remember who you are, to remember how powerful you are, and to remember that you are God and you are everything. To awaken as a twin flame, to know who you are, to know you are not mine, and to become soul. It's not enough just to say, oh yeah, I know all this, right? I've heard that from so many beautiful souls who think they know it, but it means knowing it is enough. That knowing it isn't enough. You have to become it. You have to become soul. You can't just know your soul and forget your soul. it's not soul will do the work for me, because your soul, our soul, you are God, source energy, and there's nothing separate from you, the creator, and your person. Nothing. So you have to become conscious. You have to become the soul that you are. You have to remember the power you have as the creator. You have to remember the power you have as the awakened one. And remember, you are the soul that awoken itself, right? All of us. We were chosen to be awakened to ourselves. That's the highest expansion of itself, was for soul to say, yep, let me go ahead and awaken now. So we can't just go back to sleep. We can't just like, okay, well, let me take a day off because I don't feel like staying aligned today. I don't feel like I don't want to be soul today, because it doesn't matter what the mind is saying. Being soul just is soul. Soul doesn't have to be soul so it can manifest better. Soul just is. It's us. We are soul. We're forgetting we are it. And there's nothing else needed but us. And so what do I need to stay aligned? What do I need to stay focused in my alignment? How can I make soul work for me? It's you. You are soul. You have to remember your soul. Just because you know you are not mind does not mean you can allow mind to run amok without recognizing, remembering you aren't mind. Because then you're still giving mind power. You're still allowing mind, that separation consciousness, to run your connection and run everything that you're trying to manifest in your life. So be the awakened soul that you are. Harness that 5D energy that you can align into and tap into instantaneously. We all have that power now. Most of you that's listening to this channel know what unity consciousness is, and you can align into it and you can become it. How amazing it is to feel one with everything, to be the birds, the skies, the trees. And why would we want to give that away to that little mind, right? I'm saying little because the mind is not even us. It's a little portion of us that just stores all of our fears and all of the things that the mind wants to trap you in. And then it becomes bigger and bigger and stronger. And then that's all we're running with. We're fueling ourselves with mind's fears. So of course, all you see is the 3D. All you see is the separation. All you see is your person running from you, because that's all that the mind can see. When in reality, you are one with everything. Your person, abundance, love, peace, joy, freedom. You are one with everything, and you are union. You are union energy. You are oneness. You are God's energy. Man, this was deep. We love you guys so much. We hope you have an amazing day. Bye, love.
Bye, love.